Hey you guys, it's me Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. So I know this is weird. I feel like I look kind of spooky right now because I'm like, it's like na, 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 na. So I've got Batista. Where you at, boy? It's your fat face. Yeah, there we go down. Where did we go down? Yeah, I see you. I've got Giovanni and I've got Admiral in the back here with me. I tried to put the light on. It's not the best lighting. Giovanni! You're a good boy. Except for the fact that you're not. You're a good boy. You're my babies. So, we're going to take them. Alex and I are going to take them. You're a good boy. We're going to, yep, I know. I love you too. We're going to take them out to downtown for a walk. We're going to do some training. I already took Admiral and Giovanni for training as well. And so I did weigh them as well. I took them to PetSmart and I weighed them. And Giovanni, he will be 6 months old on the 15th of this month. And he is 76.2 pounds. And Admiral will be 8 months old on the 21st of this month. And he is 92.8 pounds. Big guys. So anyway, we're going to take them out and work with them a bit and do some training. Hopefully that all goes well. I'm assuming it will. It's a natural part of our training. We like to go downtown whenever it's the weekend and there's a lot of people out and just kind of walk them. And it's finally, yeah, and it's like ACL. It's finally cool enough that we can start doing this again because it's been so hot that even in Texas when the sun goes down, that doesn't mean nothing. It's still over 90 degrees. So now it's finally cool enough that we can actually start to take these dogs out and really start working with them. And we got to make the most of that time as we, that we can. So we're going to get them out. I tried to do some video earlier today, but it just didn't work out. But I did want to touch on Atari. I spoke with my mentor, the person that I feel is much more knowledgeable than I am on this breed. And that is Christina with Sangue Magnifica Cane Corso. And she has a lot more experience with the underbites than I do because in Europe that's very common. And I don't know if y'all remember, but Scirocco had an underbite like that. So she basically said that if the rest of the dog is good, temperament and structure, it's really not enough to remove a dog from your program over just the bite. In America, we tend to be a lot more critical, especially of physical things. And so she was just like, look, and the reality is, you guys have seen how hard it is for me to get quality animals. And the way I see it is that temperament is first and foremost. I don't care how beautiful a dog is. If the temperament's bad, it makes the whole experience bad. And so that's something that I'm uncompromising on. But structure and like something like an underbite really just shouldn't be that big of a deal. And so I spoke with my best friend about it, who is also her breeder, and she agreed that we're just going to give her some time. And as long as her structure and her temperament is good, there's really no reason to remove her from the program. She can help out with dogs like Giovanni, which has doesn't have enough width to his muzzle and doesn't have the underbite. And so this is a long-term game for me. This is something that isn't going to happen overnight. I really genuinely care most about temperament. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, like I've been sitting around like thinking about how lucky I am to have Preacher and Cashmere and how lucky I was to get them and how much I love their temperament and Blondie's temperament especially and Giovanni's temperament. It's just, they're a dream to have. I mean, with as many dogs as I have, it becomes very evident which ones are the easiest. And honestly, they're the easiest. And they're the ones that require the least amount of effort on my part. And so I can't deny that. And so I just don't want to remove dogs from my program over such trivial things. I think yesterday, like I said, as Americans, we tend to be more critical, and there's so much judgment in the community that we're all trying to kind of keep our noses clean and not, we don't want to be, talked about as, oh, so-and-so is breeding this dog like this and blah, blah, blah. And the reality is, Atari has a great temperament that I can see so far, and she has really good structure. And so I just don't think that it's a good idea to remove her from the program that quickly. And so does the breeder that is responsible for her father's lines. And has a lot more experience with that bite than I do. I had some people ask if I would be willing to show the bites, and I will. I definitely will. I'll show you guys the different bites in my program so that you can see that, so you can have a good idea of what I'm talking about. She also said that there's a very high possibility that her bite will not get worse. She's seen dogs that had an underbite at that age that didn't get worse. Now, there are some that have, but she said that she's seen it not go that way, and that when she looked at the bite, she thought that maybe it would be fine, that it would still be within the limits, because right now it's not DQ. It would only be DQ if it continued to get worse. So if it doesn't, then there's a very high possibility that it'll be fine. It will be well within the standard. So anyway, so we're going to keep her in the program. If for whatever reason I decide not to, if it gets worse, if something drastic happens, then, you know, I'll let you guys know, and we'll put her up on my Facebook. But as of now, we are keeping her. She is staying in the program, thank God, because I really didn't want to get rid of her. I love Atari. And I just really don't want to get rid of another dog right now. Like, just emotionally, it's very hard for me. So, yeah, so I'm planning on breeding her with Giovanni so long as both of their health testing comes out right, because I personally think that they would be a really great match. And yeah, so anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to, like I said, we'll do some video of the dogs out there tonight. And, my God, look at that. Anyway, I sang to him. So anyway, so we're going to take them out and work with them, do some obedience training and some socialization. And yeah, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye.